welcome back to making a rap beat in Logic Pro tutorial series. This is part 4, and in this part we're just going to start off the mixing process, fiddle around with a few sounds, make it sound a bit better, mess around with it, get a bit more creative, maybe do some arrangement. So this is maybe going to be a bit more of a fun one, and then in the later videos we'll get onto the proper nitty gritty of the mixing. So the first thing I'm going to do is play it back to you and we'll see what it sounds like. Okay, so you get the idea, just to remind you what it sounded like last time. So the first thing I'm going to do is start just adjusting some volumes here. So we're gonna just take everything down to -3 decibels, so it's level. Okay, so everything's at -3. Now we're going to start adjusting volumes for what we want to stand out more and what we don't want to stand out. So let's play it again to see what I think sounds right and not. Okay, so immediately I noticed that this descending effect is far too loud. So we're going to take this down to maybe -8, just for now, just to see how that sounds. Okay, that doesn't stand out so much, which it was a bit piercing before. And also this background synth, it's meant to be in the background more, and we'll make it in the background more in the mixing process. But and the first stage of that is just to bring the volume down. So I'm going to bring that to, say, let's try -7. Still a little bit loud. I'll bring it down to -8. Now the kick as well. Try and listen out for the kick. It's not really punching through as much as I'd like it to. So I am going to take that up to -1 for now. -1. Apologies. I'm going to take that up to -1. So hopefully that kicks out a bit more. So that gives it a bit more of a thump. These bell sounds I'm not really liking at the moment. Let's solo these both out here. Have a listen. Yeah, that doesn't sound nice. These, especially these very high bells. Let's solo these out. And then with them both together. I think we don't need both of them, so I'm going to completely take out these very high bells for now, and we'll just see what the whole thing sounds like with that. So I just selected them and deleted them. Okay. Okay, so that sounds a bit cleaner, because those two high bell sounds were really just clashing and making it sound muddy. But I still don't like this sound that much. So there we go. It's nice, but it's a bit too distant. I want it to be a bit more. I don't know. I want it to make a little bit more of an impact. So I'm going to go on to Alchemy. Clicked on Alchemy to open it up. And I'm going to try and select a new sound. So I believe there's one here that's quite nice. Keys, and where was it? I think it's this one. No, it's not. Let me listen to this one. No, not that one. Let's try this one. Soft synth bells. So here you just play around with different sounds, and then to unsolo it, we can see how it fits in with the whole thing. Sorry, I'm getting these system overload malfunctions because there's not that much space on my computer. that is quite nice, but it's still a bit too much in the background for my liking. See if we can get something that's a bit more up front. Let's try voice plucks. And when you're in alchemy, down at the bottom here, you can change the instrument, so it's the same instrument, but it just gives a different variation on it. Don't really like any of those. Water rings. Oh, that's a nice sound. That really sort of hits through. Let's try and play that in. Apologies about the system overload. Water rings, let's play this through. I do quite like that because it really cuts through the mix and stands out. I do like that. It's not perfect, but with a bit of mixing, we can do it. Let's try the other variations of it and solo it out. Dark droplets. So that one stands out more. This one's a bit more undertoned. I don't like that one. Don't want a pad. That's too small. That's too distant. That's too small as well. That one's not too bad. No, that's too small as well. Let's try dark droplets amongst the mix. And then let's try this Eastern string one. I like that one, it kind of punches through quite nicely. So I'll stick with that one for now, and I'll just take the volume down a touch, because just a touch, half a decibel. Okay, so now that's sounding a bit better. What else? Let me think. What else needs to be changed volume? You know what? I might do a bit of arranging for the rest of the video. So I'm just going to start to arrange it. So solo these out. I want the video to start, not the video, I want the music to start with just these two playing. So to arrange, what I'm going to do for this is I'm going to highlight all of this, everything, drag it over 2 bars to 4 bars, so 8 bars, sorry. And I'm going to copy over just Antarctic Sun and Celtic Flute for now. So I'm highlighting them all, holding Alt and clicking and dragging to copy them over. So now it's going to phase in, and then you're going to have a bit of a drop. But I'm also going to take the Antarctic Sun away on this one, so it builds up a bit. That's a bit of a build up, but the start was a little bit too bare there, so I'm going to copy this back over, and I'm going to have it come halfway through this bar, halfway through this 4 bar. So yeah, I definitely prefer that. It's kind of nice the way it comes in halfway through. I'm going to get one more element in as well in here. It will be, I'll try the snare. Let's see what the snare sounds like in there. And let's see the snare on the next bit. Okay, so I'm going to drag this all over. 2 more again. because when all of the sounds are playing, I'm gonna extend the loop just to keep it all in. When all of the sounds are playing together, like here, that's going to be your main sort of the big drop where all the music comes in. But so you're going to want to build stuff up to that, and then have the drop make a real impact. So I'm going to copy these over all the way. I'm just playing around here, kind of copy the snare over. So let's see. Maybe here we can have the hi-hats come in. So copy them over, make sure they're lined up correctly, like that, and there. So let's try it again. Then in this bit, we're going to drag it over to just extend the build up a little bit more. So drag it over another 8 bars, and then we're going to have copy everything because you're really wanting it to build up. Copy everything over. Again, using highlights and alt, and then we'll introduce the cymbals. So I tend to introduce, if you're not sure about rules for building things up, a good rule is to introduce new things every 4 or every 8 bars, and then when you sort of know the kind of what sounds good, you can start messing around with it a little bit more. So let's hear it all the build up so far. Okay, so that's a fairly nice build up, but it's still missing parts in around about this sort of area. It gets a bit, you need something else musically coming in. We will have a white noise effect coming in. I won't do that in this video, but a white noise so it rises and creates sort of a power build up. But we might have, let me try it. I could bring, to replace the very high bells here, we're gonna have, I'll open up a new instrument. Let's say a pad instrument, because it's something that's in a bit in the background. We'll try out some pads. Oh, sorry, try out some pads. Solo this out. That one's last. So we just want something that's going to create a bit of atmosphere in the background. So this video is more, at this point you want to be getting into a creative process where you're trying out different sounds and seeing what works. And this is why it doesn't matter as well if it doesn't sound perfect at the start, because at the start you're literally just getting a framework in, but to be honest, the piece will probably be unrecognisable at the end to what it sounded like at the start. Yeah, that one's very dark. Orbiting Jupiter. So let's play the whole track, and I'll see what sort of fits in. I'll play over it. that's nice. Oh, I like that. Okay, so I'm gonna record it and I'll move it after. Yeah, that's nice, that is. Okay. So it's subtle, but it creates a sort of bit of atmosphere. So we're gonna double click on it, double click there to open it up, select all notes, quantize them, and see when I was press Q to quantize, by the way. When I was recording that, I didn't really have much of an idea of what notes I was going to play. I just sort of fitted in with what sounded good. So I'm going to have this finishing at the drop, so then it sort of leads into the drop. So let's hear it. Let's hear the whole thing. Oh, I really do. I'm sorry about that. That was killed the build up. Here we go. Play for me. Okay, I'm starting to get these computer glitches. I just quickly want to change one of the notes here. Let's solo this out. Something about it didn't sound quite right, so play for it. Okay, I'm gonna bring this one up to a D, and then let's see what this sounds like. And then I'm gonna go here. Do. Let's hear this. And sounds wrong. So let's just hear that end bit. I'll play the whole thing now. Play that with the whole thing. Okay, after this one, I'm just deleting all of this stuff. Drag this, that isn't quantized properly. I'm going to drag that over there. Play it again. Again, this video, I'm just sort of messing about with it, being creative, and trying to get a sound that works. So let's go back to that again. Let's listen to it. And then I think drag that a bit longer, and then have coming up that nice high A twice. Okay, let's hear that. Okay, so that's how it sounds like at the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, the lot. It helps me massively. And also, tell me down below what other content you like to see. Again, it really, really helps if you do all you can to share the video. It helps grow my channel, so I'm very, very grateful for all of you like and comment. Tell me what more videos you want to see, and I'll come back in part 5 with some more arranging and mixing, and hopefully soon we can get down to the more technical mixing side. Again, this is just general arranging and mixing and getting a bit creative, so I hope you've enjoyed this video, being a little bit of something different. So thanks for watching, like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.